Do it right or you can do it right now. One thing at a time. Just gotta do it one piece at a time so it don't cost me a dime. Ooh, pretty. No racing for the next few weeks, unfortunately. So we're back on the Cracker Jack and got a lot of ambitious plans for this thing. First thing I want to do is get it roadworthy. We're going to have to get the lights, headlights in it. We're going to have to get tail lights in it. We're going to have to do some body work. We're going to have to sand this thing down. We're wanting to paint, do a very budget-friendly paint job. We're going to do some work on the inside. There's some switches and gadgets and things like that that's going to have to be replaced, fixed. The mirrors, we need some mirrors for this thing because those are shot. And then we're going to get it kind of dolled up and looking presentable. Let me just show you around and show you what we got here. All right, here's what we got. We got some stock tail lights, but I don't think I want to use those. I'm probably going to use these trailer lights and wire them in. We have two headlights that I verified would work. I thought I only had one, so I went and bought one, so I got an extra one that maybe if one goes out, I don't know. But we got two that work. High beam, low beam, both work. So here's what we got on the rig. I verified that these connectors are good and work, and everything's good to go with those. These bottom lights right here and here, both of those work. This connector, where's it at, for this headlight is good to go. Thinking about putting some of these on there. I just got them tacked up right now. I don't have them installed, but want to get some fender flares put on here. I think that's going to help with the mudslinging and it's going to make it look better. So back here, somebody was going to install reverse lights. I think I want to keep these since they already cut the hole. This wiring is, this side is actually pretty good. The other side is terrible. If you look here, all of this wire is kind of janky and corroded, so I'm gonna have to redo some of this wire. This is the marker light. I have not verified that it works, but I did verify that the reverse light wire works. Just got to rewire it and put some good wire on it. I'm gonna have to redo the ends on this. Of course, I'm gonna have to cut all this stuff off when I put the trailer lights on it anyway. So that's where we're at. And also I got to get these bumpers, well, or lack of bumper, this frame. I'm gonna try to paint this frame up a little bit, and also the front bumper. And then we got the steps here. I'm gonna try to get these painted up. And on the inside, I got a new, well, not a new to me, speedometer that I hope the fuel gauge will work on. And I got to get these replaced, the water temp and the oil pressure gauge. The oil pressure gauge works, but like you say, you can tell it's seen its better days. These indicator lights, every one of them's busted. And so far they have been hard to find. But try to find those and get those replaced. Another thing that we're gonna have to have is blinkers. Hoping I could take this apart and clean it up and get the blinkers working. Don't know yet. And a horn. Got a button for a horn, but we don't have a horn. On the inside here, I got that gallon of rhino lining, truck bed lining, whatever you want to call it. And I haven't even opened it up. I want to open it up and see if it's good. If it is, scratch this out with some sandpaper. And I'm going to put Bedliner in here. Also, these boots are dry rotted and ripped and cracked. If you look right here, that's not any good. So got new boots on the way. These shifter knobs are not very good, but they work. So I think I'm just going to keep them in the steering wheel. I've been looking at steering wheel. Man, them things are expensive. But so that's what we got going on. First thing I'm going to do though is probably start with the headlights. Well, we had to make a run to town and get some screws so we could put these lights in, and we're about to get started on that. We're going to start over here on this right side headlight, and what you got to do is get you one of these retainers or whatever they're called. We'll stick that through, and then this ground has got to go on to this body so the light will work. So we're gonna get this installed and start assembling these headlights. Plug it in, put this light in, put this ring on, that holds the light in, and then we got this bezel. Where's it at? And then this bezel goes across the top of it. So we're gonna start doing that now. So next we take this and plug it in, and then we got to get this ring. On these rings there's screws that are kind of loose. You take this ring and put it on there and turn it, and that locks it in and tighten down the screws. Plug it in. It's got these little tabs that line up with these grooves inside here, just like that. Then we'll put our ring on. Seems like they could have came up with a better design than this, huh? Very carefully. Now we're gonna twist it in place. Alright, babe, go pull the light switch and see if it comes on.
The one on the left?
Yeah. Got it? It's not, it don't work.
Where are the other ones?
Them work.
Huh?
Alright, so maybe our connection's bad. See, I ain't gonna take that ring off, I'm just taking. Or maybe our ground's bad. Let's do it like this. Let's ground it to something and see if they come on. Alright, let's take it back off. Don't worry, we'll edit this out. So that's working. Now it's working.
Mm-hmm. The ground just wasn't good?
Yeah, we might need to scratch this up a little bit. There we go. Yep, good call, babe. Alright, go click the high beam and see if it changes.
How do I do that?
On the floor, this little button.
On the, like, under the clutch?
Yeah, it blinked. High,
It's getting
low.
It's getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting bright.
Alright. You can cut the lights off.
Look, Drew.
Alright.
I ain't gonna be able to.
Now the bezel. So it's got like a little tab on there. You catch the top of that. And you screw this to the bottom down here. One thing at a time. Gotta do it one piece at a time, so it don't cost me a dime. There we go. What do you think?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, that was easy. We're just gonna get these put on, and then we'll rinse and repeat on the other side, and then we'll head to the back, try to get some tail lights on this thing. So what we're gonna do next is get these tail lights put in, and I'm gonna use these. They're gonna be our reverse lights. And we check the wiring, and this is going to be your tail light. This is your marker light, and then this will be your reverse for your reverse light. And then we just hook the power to the reverse, and then ground it to the body, and then ground this to the body. This one, ground this to the body. It's great when they're all the same color. They're all black. So, anywho, we'll ground this to the body, and then we'll have to mount the actual lights up there, and then get them locked down somehow with some bolts or something. All right. Stick the light down there and feed the wires down to it. Maybe like that. Perfect. Let's get these out of the way for right now. We're not going to be putting these on right now. So coming from the vehicle, you got a tail light, which is yellow, and then you have a brake light, turn signal, which is blue, and a ground. So what I'm going to have to do is figure out a way. This light, red is your tail light, white is your brake light, black is your ground. So I'm gonna have to hook this to this, and then I'm gonna have to ground this to the vehicle. I gotta figure out where to ground this to. Or you know what? Let's do it right. Let's take this one and ground it to the other. I got a ground right up under here. I'll put an end, different end on theirs because it needs to be bigger. Then I'll put an end on here and take it over here to that ground, and then I'll just hook these two up. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Let's do it right. You always got time to do it right. Do it right, or you can do it right now. Okay, red to yellow. It's good for a fella. White to blue, that'll do.
I don't want to get.
Alright, babe, could you just flip the parking lights on? No, you can just pull the lights. Okay. Boom. Alright, I wonder if this will work. Oh, that's hot. Didn't take me long to look at it. Tell you that much. Okay. There's a screws. There's some screws loose up there, and that.
You guys
Whoa!
Let's go. What you blowing?
It's all getting janky over here.
Blow you.
hook all these grounds up down here. And hot is hot. Again. Why is it always hot? It's like I just had fire on it or something. All right. Flip on your light, babe. Yeah, like that. I got tail light. Sweet. Pull the plastic off of it. Push the brake and see if that works. I doubt it will. Nope. I think that switch, I looked at that switch and it is crud. I might have to probably replace that. So, ditto on the other side. And we're gonna, we'll at least have tail lights. No brake lights yet, but might have to work on that tomorrow. I think we got the tail lights done. The brake lights aren't working, of course, because the switch is probably messed up. I gotta look at that some other time, but let's see if these things will come on. Yeah, buddy. Probably gonna have to get a couple screws in this one. Perfect. I don't think this one's falling out, but we'll put a couple screws in it too. And it's getting pretty close to dark, so we'll be able to test some headlights out. All right, we got lights on it, headlights, tail lights, and that's good enough for me. It's a little bit dark outside. And we're gonna see if we can see going down the road now. We have done got into it, guys. So got the whole dash disassembled, tore apart. Trying to change out the speedometer, get some lights. It's a wiring kind of mess back here right now, but I did get the oil pressure gauge changed out and the water temperature gauge changed out. So if you look under here, ooh, pretty. And I did, I swapped this out with one that my buddy gave me, so maybe the gas gauge will start working. But we are in it, so I'm gonna try to finish this stuff up. I'll get back with you with updates. I do have updates. It has been about a week since we've been working on this Jeep. You know, life happens, work. Just wasn't able to stay on it like I wanted to, but we are in the stages of starting to doll this thing up. So I did get the dash back put together, got all the gauges in, got the lights working, we got the headlights in. The headlights work, turn signals work, the tail lights work, the reverse lights work, the dash lights work-ish. Some of the bulbs for the, I don't have the bulb retainer for some of the bulbs that go into the speedometer, but hopefully I'll be able to fix those. So now we're going to start dolling this thing up. First thing I did was this bumper. I used spray truck bed lining to do the bumper, and I think I like the way it worked out. I think I want to do the underneath the wheel wells and all with this too. I got some other undercoating stuff that I tried. I don't know if I like that or not yet, but so the bumper's done. If you notice, I did spray the fuel tank too, kind of help protect the fuel tank. Got the bumper done. I took off the roll bar that used to be here. I took it off, cleaned it up, and I'm about to start painting it, getting it dolled up. And then I got to get these seats out. Once I get these seats out, I can start going over the floor and getting the floor prepped up and get it ready. I think I'm going to try this Herculiner that came with the vehicle. Don't know how that's going to work out yet, but right now we need to get this roll bar painted up. This is the paint that I'm using. I put one coat on it. It seems to be covering pretty good. It's just Rust-Oleum gloss black engine enamel, and I put a thin coat in it to start with, and I'm letting it flash off, and then I'm going to do probably a couple more coats on this thing and call it good. And then I'll get back inside on the Jeep to try to get those seats out. That's custom. All right. The first coat I did was real light. I'm going to go a little heavier with this one, and then the final coat I'm just going to layer on down. Uh-oh, I'm running out. No, I don't have any more. What am I going to do? Have to go buy some more, I guess. I got some flat black in there, but I kind of want this glossy and pretty. Might have to run to town and buy some more of this gloss black engine enamel. But, you know, I'm not trying to get this thing showroom perfect either. I just want it presentable. It's got a couple little runs in it. You know what? I'm gonna live with that. So the steps here, I'm going to clean these off. I'm also going to use that truck bed liner spray stuff on these. I think it'll work out real good on here to be a little bit tougher stepping on this all the time instead of just regular paint. So let's get started getting these cleaned up. Well, we might better take the seats out first, because we don't want to be in and out if it's got like wet stuff on it, right? So let's do that. Let's get that seats out. Plan? Plan. Got everything removed from the inside now, so now I'm gonna have to prep this, sand it, scuff it up, get all the loose paint and chips and everything like that off of it, and then clean it all up. And then I'm gonna use this Herculiner that was actually laid in the back here when I bought the Jeep, so I don't even know what color it is. I'm assuming it's probably black. So we're gonna try it if it's still any good, because it's probably been in there a few years. I don't know if it's dried up or anything. Haven't even opened the top, but if it's not any good, then I'm gonna have to go get me some bed liner. I would like to use something like this. So if this is not any good, I'm gonna have to go find some. And but first, we're gonna have to get in here, clean all this up, get all the chips and rust and pieces off of there, vacuum it up, clean it up, and then we can start rolling this stuff on. all cleaned up now. As you can see, it's not perfect by no means, but we're not going for perfect here. I'm just wanting to get this thing presentable. It's got some rust spots that need to be fixed, but we're not going to worry about that either. I just want this thing to be kind of presentable, something you can drive, have fun. Nothing that's going to win a showroom or go through Barrett Jackson or anything like that. So we're going to Herculine this thing. Like I say, I just want to get it presentable, not necessarily showroom quality. So I guess that's what we're going to be doing next. I got it cleaned up. I took some brake clean and wiped everything down to get all the oil and excess dirt and stuff like that. I'm going to run through it with the vacuum one more time, just so that any straggling pieces that might be left, try to get that up. And then we're going to start rolling this Herculiner down. So I think what I want to do is actually start in the front right here, start up here and work my way back and work my way out of the vehicle. So I think that'll be the best course of action, and we're going to open up this Herculiner and fingers crossed it's still good. So Scott says, please do not shake can, open with care, contents may be under pressure. So I guess we need to be real peculiar about the way we open this thing. I'm sure it's been shook up in the past 4 years. It's been sitting back here. I'm sure they make a tool for this. Ooh. I'm scared that it's gonna pop and hit me in the face. Maybe not. Ooh. See dust coming out. I don't think this is gonna be any good. At least it didn't pop in my face. That's what she said. All right. Probably should have read the directions before I open it up. Huh. So it says stir very well. Ooh. Feels kind of, yeah. We're gonna stir it very well like it says. Look at that. I am not a body guy, as you could tell probably, but I don't know nothing about none of this stuff. I need a bigger stick. Ooh, this is breaking. Oh, this is breaking. Let me get another stick. This one's a little thicker. Maybe it'll be better. I might try an unorthodox method here. I'm just gonna pour it in the floor and then spread it around with a roller. That should work. Fairly certain. Probably have a tool for this besides this stick. All right, let's start laying it down. We'll start right here. I might need to get a brush to get all the nooks and crannies, because this is kind of gooping it on there. So it's got pretty good coverage, and it is thick. And it's gonna be okay, I think. But we're definitely gonna have to get a brush or something to get in the nooks and crannies. And I'm gonna go find that and see if we can outline it, and then just use the roller for the big stuff. we got it done. Didn't turn out too bad. Still got the holes and everything, but I think everything's got sealed up pretty good. If you look close, you can tell it's not a very professional job, which is understandable because I'm an amateur. So we got it done though. It does. I do like the way it looks. I think it turned out pretty good. Now we just got to wait for it to dry, and then we can could probably peel this off. Oh yeah, I love peeling tape. Get all the tape peeled off and let it dry overnight, and then we can start on the rest of the body, trying to get it all one color. We'll put the seats back in, we'll put the roll bar back on, and then put the tailgate on. I didn't do the tailgate. I'm debating whether or not I really want to do the tailgate or just paint it the color that we're going to paint the vehicle. Hadn't made up my mind on that, but it's probably going to make up my mind for me, because even before we were done doing this, that Bedliner, Herculiner, was getting dried up and starting to get hard to spread around. So that's probably going to make my mind up for me about doing the tailgate. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. I like it. But that's going to wrap up this video. In the next video, when we're trying to get the seats in and get all that stuff in and start doing the outside paint job. So join us for that. And like always, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, do all the things. See you next time.